Welcome to Bobblehead Homestead 2.0. Somebody said that in comments. Thank you for that idea. Yeah, Bobblehead Homestead 2.0 right behind me. I am here. It is sprinkling and I am ready to give you as much of a tour as I can manage. All right, I'm at the corner of my property right here by the sign. And so the property's back in here. This is another lot right here, and it's not occupied. And then that's the dead end. It goes up this hill, and that's a dead end right there. So I'm the only one. I'd be the last person living here on this little road, and that property is available. That's 6 acres right there. It's a little more sloped and slanted, and yes, these are the properties that Michael and Lissa from Drifting Dreamers 5 were also considering. They liked, of the 2 properties that were for sale out here, they liked this one better too. As you can see, it's a new development. You know, they just put in the road. The little blue things are where the county water company comes through. And so this is kind of a new development. And yeah, all right. So we're at this corner of my property. It goes back that way. Quite a long ways. I'll walk into there. We'll see how far I get. But first, I'm going to walk you along the road here. Yeah, the sellers of the property will be coming back and taking care of a lot of this. But you can see the front here from the road to there's a power line running through there. That's all been cleared for the most part. But yeah, my property is, we're looking at it now. It's mine, dudes. Thanks to you. Thanks to you, it is mine. And yeah, I had a hand in it. I'm working hard every day to be able to take advantage of opportunities like this. But I'm gonna walk down here to the other corner. It does slope down a little bit at this point, you know, here along the road. And that's the low spot that we're gonna get down to here. And you can see there's not a lot of big trees, enough that I'm gonna want to keep them, some of the bigger trees, but a lot of that smaller stuff can be, you know, just bulldoze it over, get it out of the way and make room for chickens. And yep, that's a big old tangled mess. But yeah, the sellers will be helping out with some of that clearing. And we're coming up to the other corner of my property along the road here. And I'll give you a shot. That would be my nearest neighbor. Probably a snowbird comes down for the winter. And if not, I don't know. But yeah, this is kind of a low part. You can see that water will probably be an issue on this corner of the land, but I got 6 other acres to deal with. But yeah, they've got a little culvert going under the road here, so I'm sure on heavy rains that there's a nice creek that flows through here. But yeah, that sign right there, and you can see the electric pole, and so my land would go straight back that way for quite a while. Yep, and let's look back up at what we just walked. And so yeah, that's the dead end up there. My van is parked almost at the end of my property. And then it goes back that way. Pretty cool. Pretty cool indeed. All right, I gotta watch my footing here. But let's go ahead and walk down here and walk up the clearing. Yeah, man, if only this were a pond, that'd be perfect for ducks, huh? Yeah, ducks, geese, turkeys. I can get myself into all kinds of trouble on a property like this. But yeah, you can see the electricity is right there. So that is going to be good. This is a pretty steep incline right in this section where I'm walking. but it flattens out right here, and then it stays flat all the way back to the back of the property. You can tell a lot of these trees are young and small. I would bet that it's been cleared in the past 20 years. So there's not a lot of big growth like that. Even that pine tree is probably not all that old. And I'm gonna, you know, when I'm clearing, I'd love to put my cabin right in the middle of the property and be as far away from neighbors as possible, but that costs more money. But what I would like to do is, see, right up there is where I'm thinking my driveway will go. You can kind of see a spot. Yep, from the road and then through here. And I'm thinking that'll be my driveway. Then I'm gonna want, like these trees right here in front of me, I'll probably leave them. Unless that's exactly where the driveway goes. But, you know, leave me a little bit of a buffer of jungle in between me and the road there. So I'd leave a little patch up front and then put my shed to house a little bit further back. Also, when I'm clearing like the perimeter of the land, you know, I'll leave a good 30-40 feet around the perimeter of, you know, trees and brush, and, you know, just create a little privacy for myself by not clearing everything. But I think there's a little trail type deal up here that I can walk through. That's where I went last time. But once we get back there, you're not going to be able to see much because it's a jungle. Obviously here's a telephone pole or electric pole. Yeah, you can't build under these. So my shed to house is gonna have to go on the other side of it anyway. And yeah, here's the path that I walked through last time. Oh yeah. Yeah. I'm not all that great at swinging with a machete, but yeah, these work for those stickers and thorns that you come across. All right, let's get through this and start getting into the woods, into the thick of it. Yeah. All right. All right. Oh, watch out for the spiders. So that's another idea, is grab you a stick. Get ready for the spider webs. Uh-oh, I hear thunder. Yeah, there's one big tree, but most of this stuff is smaller. Probably right about in here is would be the closest to the street that I would want to put my shed to house. Let's turn you around and look back towards where we came. So there you go. You know, leave like 30 feet of trees and stuff. Build a driveway back here, and then put the shed to house here. But yeah, it's you know, we're out in the woods in Arkansas. That's what this place is. That is exactly what it is. A lot of small growth that should be able to handle it with a bulldozer in no time at all. All right, I gotta find a path. All right, I want to show you this. This is a sign of water runoff. You're gonna get that in Arkansas on pretty much any property. There's so much rocks and clay that the rain does not soak in very well. So when you get a big rain, this is probably through here. You can see where the leaves have been disturbed and there are dry patches. And I can tell right now that there is, during heavy rains, that there's a little water runoff going through here. And it's not bad. If it was constant and all the time, there would be, you know, it would have dug a ditch. But so I can tell that, yeah, during big events, I'm gonna have some water, but it definitely looks manageable. All right. There is kind of a clearing back here. We'll see if I can find it again. Should have brought my compass from my Boy Scout days. There's an odd tree. Well, that's a very odd tree. There are a few nice ones back here. Yeah, there's a nice tree. And then here's the little creek. This kind of splits the property in two. It'll present one challenge, you know, getting from the front of the property to the back of the property. But this is where the runoff's gonna go, most of it, and this is where I'll direct it, like that other one we were just looking at. You know, dig a little trench and we'll direct it back here to this little seasonal creek is what I would call this. During heavy storms and stuff like that, there'll be water in here, but most of the year it will probably be dry. But yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. There is a flat spot down there that I can that you can get across it, so I'm not going to have to build a bridge or anything like that. And then there are this is where the trees get a little bit bigger, but still it's mostly slow growth that can be bulldozed. And a little trench going up that way for the runoff. And then you can see there's it's pretty flat, so if I had a, you know, just walk in or a four-wheeler or whatever, I will be able to get across that pretty easily. This was the one, yeah, big old ditch, and yeah, that was the one, you know, that makes you hesitant about a property like this. But I can work around it. I can definitely work around it. In fact, I could probably use it to my advantage in some areas. You know, a natural break for fencing and stuff like that. But I'm gonna walk down here and then we'll see if I can get on the other side of this trench here. All right, that trench, I just walked all the way down here. This is kind of where it bottoms out at. And this would be a good place to dig a little pond. Put some ducks. Yep, you know, sometimes if you got water is a problem, well, what is the water a solution for? Ducks and stuff like that. So the water can be managed if it's not, you know, horrible and constant. But yeah, this would be a nice place for a little pond. And I'm actually standing in that ditch right now. But let's walk up and try to get the spider webs out of our face. But yep, plenty of space. And once it's, you know, cleared out and cleaned out, this is going to be not perfectly flat, but very good. And we're getting some thunder now, so I probably better be quick. I'll turn the camera back on if I find anything else interesting. It is raining a little harder. The thunder is sounding a little bit closer, so I'm going to cut this short. Not that great of a property tour because the property is a jungle. But you will see much more of it once I start clearing it and it get cleared and all that stuff. It's not going to be, you know, a perfectly flat pasture. I'll be turning it into a jungle, from a jungle into my homestead, and that's okay. The price is right, and no turning back now. I wouldn't turn back even if I could. Yeah, this is just so awesome. Thank you so much for helping me have the opportunity for 6 acres to form into my own homestead. My meeting with the dozer guy got rained out. That's totally understandable. We'll try it again this week. If not, I got somebody else coming next week to take a look at it. So it's going to get done here, I'm hoping, by the end of this month. And then we'll be full go on getting a driveway and a pad for the shed to house and getting that shed to house moved here. And I want to get that shed to house moved here by the end of May, definitely. You know, hopefully the sooner the better. All right, it's raining. I'll let you go. Thanks so much. People are awesome. Not all people are awesome, but the awesome people completely make up for the non-awesome people. Thank you to the awesome people out there. I'm going to take you along for the ride, and that's about the best I can do. Thanks so much. Take it easy.